The new River Bluff Bike Trails has already attracted many outside visitors to the new attractions, including Buchanan County EMS and the St. Joseph Fire Department, who are facing challenges on 911 calls coming deep within the bluffs. KQ2's Danielle Soxie spoke with emergency responders to see how their rescuers are adapting to the new trails.
New terrains for riders, but also new terrains for emergency responders.
Access is always a challenge.
EMS having to do extra training to prepare for 911 calls from the River Bluff Bike Trails.
We visited with the folks in Bentonville, Arkansas. They have a huge trail system there, and to see what their best practices were and how they dealt with injuries on the trail and how they dealt with evacuations off the trails.
EMS already responding to accidents, but limited access to rescues has been challenging, taking 30 minutes to carry out one lady as she was stranded deep on a trail path. The St. Joseph Fire Department needing additional equipment to make the rescues easy and accessible.
Now that's where that UTV is going to be really helpful. But then if you see the small narrow paths that are basically just one person wide, that's where that cart with a wheel I think will help us a lot.
Emergency responders recommending to download safety apps such as What 3 Words, a universal location app you can send a text out for help, and the MTB Project app for trail mapping systems.
Download that on your phone. That'll show you where you're at actually on the trail system, so it help you better describe where you're at. Because that's going to be the biggest problem sometimes is locating people, especially when the foliage is on. It's hard to see up there. And if someone is down low and on the ground, they're even going to be harder to find.
While emergency responders continue to update response protocols to maximum safety, they advise to always be prepared in case of an emergency.
Let people know where you're at, and what your plan is, when you plan to return, and just to make sure that if something unforeseen does happen, that we know you're there and we can help you.
Reporting, Danielle Soxie, KQ2 News.
The city is working to secure additional equipment such as a UTV that will fit on access roads, a stretcher basket with wheels, and harness ropes. The St. Joseph Parks and Rec adds the trails are filled with the appropriate amount of signage with additional trail maps at main entrances.